Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and look at this beautiful card that I created using the In Good Taste bundle. Actually, the suite. There is a gorgeous stamp set. Look at these beautiful images that are included, along with some fantastic sentiments. There's also a glorious set of dies that coordinate with this that I love. I have been using these dies a ton, and if you don't have them, they should definitely be on your must-have list. Anyway, I also combined the stamp set and dies along with the gorgeous printed paper. This paper is so beautiful, and I knew the moment I saw it that I would be in love with it. It is the In Good Taste Designer Series paper, and there's wood patterns, there's like gesso-y, spackly patterns, there's textile patterns, all in this gorgeous suite or package of printed paper. I just love it. So let me show you the card I created because I have several tips and tricks to go along with this. Now this is part of the In Good Taste all-store tutorial bundle that you can either purchase or get for free with me. And basically it is a huge value. There's 12 videos included, and it's all $15 or free with a $50 purchase from my online store. And the projects are amazing, and each one contains a video tutorial, which is really awesome. So let me show you how I put this card together. So first, I'm starting with a card base that is Misty Moonlight, one of our new in colors that I just love. And this card base is really nice because it's a little lighter than our Night of Navy. Now I've die cut two labels, one from Misty Moonlight, one from Night of Navy, and I'll set those aside for the moment. I also used this gorgeous embossing folder that's part of the suite, and I embossed this with our new Stampin' Cut emboss machine, which I just love. Oh my gosh, it's such a great machine. I received mine yesterday as a demonstrator. We're able to pre-order that this month. You can also get it as part of your discount purchaser kit for just $99. It's normally $120. And if you sign up for the discount purchaser kit, you can get it for, like I said, $99 plus tax, no shipping, during this month. So that's pretty cool. Now I adhered that panel to the front of my card. This was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 inches. And then that fits on my 5.5 by 8.5 inch card that I have folded. I also am going to take and use another set of dies. These are the stitched rectangles. And what I want to do with this is die cut some of this beautiful paper. This is a really cool kind of tile, mosaic type tile pattern. And so I want to I want to ensure that this is nicely centered on my cardstock. So I'm just going to tack it down with a Post-it note, and then I'm going to run it through my machine. Now, a couple tips on the machine, and maybe I can, it doesn't quite fit under my camera. So, but one of the things I just love about the machine is, first of all, we've got really simple plates to work with. So just like if you had a big shot, you're going to use your platform with the thin die adapter on top. And then it comes with 2 pieces of cutting plastic. They're numbered as it's plate number 3. And so you can put those down. It also comes with the plate needed for embossing, those 3D embossing folders. That special plate comes with your machine, so that's a really great deal. Now, because these are brand new plates, I just can't use them yet. So I'm gonna put my clear plate down. Then I'm going to place my printed paper on here just at a little bit of an angle, and then I'll place my cutting plastic on top, and then I'll run this through my machine. one thing, when you're cutting, it just cuts, I want to say like butter. I know that sounds kind of funny, but it really does. It cuts amazing. And so I'll pull this out of my die, and oh, so awesome. Now I still have some of this cardstock left over. So what I'm going to do is just trim a little piece off, and then I'm going to run this through once more, and I'll show you why. Because I thought I would decorate, so I'm just going to trim off kind of that piece that we cut. I'm going to use this portion on the inside of my card. So to do that, I'm going to adhere it with just a little bit of seal on here, not going all the way, but just a partial bit of seal. And then I'll center kind of the pattern on here. And then what I'm going to do is take another die, and I'm going to run this one through my big shot just like this. Okay, and then what I'll have, and I'm gonna adhere this with my Post-it. So handy to have Post-its when you're doing this kind of thing. I'll flip this over, and this helps save my plates too. Okay, now when I do that, I've got this really nice little border on here, but I've got the continuous stitched edge, which is really pretty. Now I can do one more little thing to this. And again, this is for the inside of my card. I can add some of this ribbon. This is our Misty Moonlight ribbon, and it's really beautiful stuff. But I thought it would just finish this off really nicely. So I'll take and glue dot this. So now I've got all my pieces die cut. So let's go ahead and start assembling this gorgeous card. So the first thing that I want to do is look at my labels. Get all of this mess out of the way. So I've got my stitched rectangle, and you can reuse these, by the way. I've got my stitched rectangle, I've got my larger label in Night of Navy cardstock, and then my smaller label in my Misty Moonlight. I want to emboss my sentiment on here. So to do that, I'll take and stamp my sentiment in some Versamark ink. And one of the questions I get asked quite a bit is, how do I stamp my sentiment so straight? And I will tell you, the first rule of straight sentiment stamping is to ensure that it is on your block straight. So as long as the words are nice and straight across, meaning they're parallel with the edge of the block, that is your first step for success. The second thing would definitely be to ensure that your block is going down on your cardstock straight, and that will also ensure that you get a nice straight image. Okay, now what did I do here? Ooh. I've got my white embossing powder on here, and I don't know what I just did up here, but I think I got it off, so that's good. I've found that my Take Your Pick tool is actually pretty good at getting rid of like stray pieces of embossing powder, so that's just another little tip for you. Okay, we're going to heat emboss this, and it is so nice to have that embossing. I remember when I first started stamping and I learned to emboss, I thought it was like the most magical, amazing thing ever. And then I kind of got into a phase where I just never wanted to emboss because it was kind of a lot of effort to get out all the stuff to do it. But When I moved a couple years ago, I put my embossing powder in easy to reach spot here next to my desk, so I can literally reach without having to get up and move. And I find I use my embossing powder more as a result. So that's just something I found out. All right, now I'll take my beautiful stitched rectangle printed paper, and we're going to pop this up right on top. Oh, that's not true. I am joking. I probably could have left it, but what I actually did was I put it on the back side of this. And oh, look at this. I really actually kind of wondered maybe if I should do my video with this side of the paper, but I do really like the other side. That pattern is just so pretty. But I love this piece too. Isn't that gorgeous? This paper is just amazing. I highly recommend it. All right, now I'll place this on here, centered up onto my card, like so. And then what I'm going to do is adhere this layer directly to my card. So I'll put a little seal on there, center that label up, top to bottom, side to side. And then we're going to add this layer popped up. That's the layer I wanted to pop up. And but before I do that, I want to do one other thing. Goodness, I'm always one step ahead of myself, aren't I? I wanted to add a little bit more to this label so it wasn't, too boring. It's just got my sentiment there, but there's all these gorgeous stamps with textures in them. And this is probably my favorite one. Oh, I love this one. So I thought I would ink it up with some Versamark because I didn't want it to be too dark of a color. I also didn't want stamping over the words that I've embossed become an issue. So I just inked it up with my Versamark, and I'll stamp this a couple times right on here. And then look at that gorgeous kind of border at the bottom. Isn't that beautiful? And it'll dry just a little lighter because it's Versamark. But so pretty. Oh, so pretty. Now we can put those dimensionals on. My gosh. I'm just so excited about my card. I couldn't wait to do everything. So we'll take and adhere this on top. And then we're going to add that little embellishment, which is some of our braided linen trim. This is found in the annual catalog. It's not actually part of the suite, but I really love the look of it. And we'll tie a bow with this. So I'll just cut off a length here. And oh, this ribbon is really nice. Or this, I guess it's not really ribbon, it's more trim. But you get what I'm saying. So we'll just tie a bow. And then what I love about this is you can foof the ends, which is, first of all, a new stamping term. And second of all, is a great appearance on your card. So I'll just pull that so that my little bows are about the same length. Trim the excess off. And then I will foof the ends. I told you it was an official stamping term. So we'll do a little bit of that. And there we go. It looks fantastic. Now there's one thing that I can do to take my card from pretty good to amazing. And that is, I'm going to put a little spritz of my Clear Wink of Stella. So I'm going to take my Clear Wink of Stella and I'm going to smack it against something. I'm using my bone folder here. When I do that, I get some sprinkles of Stella. Oh, look at that. So it just adds a little bit of shimmer to your card in kind of a splotchy fashion. So cool. Now my last step is I'm going to adhere the inside of my card, which is going to coordinate oh so nicely. I'm just happy when this happens. I'm almost out. I'm trying so hard not to run out of snail. Oh, or seal. I don't know what I did with my refills. I got to find them. They're in my office someplace. I just wanted to make it through this video though. And then there's the inside of my card, which coordinates. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, you can get 12 more fabulous tutorials if you sign up for the All-Star Tutorial Bundle. There is a link in the description of this video, as well as a link on my blog to get that amazing tutorial. You can also help me out by giving me a thumbs up on this video, and don't forget to subscribe. There should be a little box right there, so you can subscribe to my video. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the Creativity Cave and stamping with me today. I hope you loved this project. And of course, if you would like this tutorial for free, or the tutorial bundle for free, you can get it when you shop my online store and spend at least $50. And that's a $15 value, so it's a great deal. Thanks so much for being with me today, guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye.